All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So, hold on one second. I'm a little clumsy. I'm just getting up to speed. So, we're talking about Ngozi Nwosu. Ngozi Nwosu. Yes, we're talking about Ngozi Nwosu. Marriage isn't a do or die affair. Do you agree, yay or nay? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you agree in the chat. We have all this talking points. See, sometimes wisdom comes from wrapped wrapped up pain. Marriage is not a do or die affair. It's a talking point. It's a very popular talking point. She wasn't just talking to women, by the way. She was talking to everyone still confusing endurance for love. So Ngozi opened up recently about her experience with domestic violence. She's a veteran Hollywood actress. She said she endured physical abuse from her partner and even called off her wedding a day before it was supposed to happen. Hmm. Imagine the courage it takes to walk away when the whole world expects you to stay, right? Especially coming from our culture. She described how her husband once broke the kitchen door, dragged her by the hair, trigger alert, and made her bleed. That day, she said something in her snapped. She picked up a pistol, ready to defend herself, even if it meant jail. It wasn't about anger, it was about survivor. Now, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Violence of any kind, physical, emotional, or psychological, has no place in love. Once that line is crossed, it's not passion, it's control, and control is not care, regardless of what story you might have been told. See, Ngozi said her sister once begged her to endure, to believe things will get better. That's the story of so many people, isn't it? Right? Pressured to protect the image of marriage while the spirit is breaking inside. But Ngozi's choice saved her. And that's what I call emotional intelligence. Maybe it's more like survivor, actually. The courage to leave before destruction becomes destiny. So here's the hard truth: if it happens once, there's a high chance it will happen again. The second time, the third time, it doesn't reduce, it multiplies. And yes, people can change, but not while they're comfortable. Okay, not if you're incentivizing the bad behavior. Change happens through consequence, not convenience, particularly when it's pain driven. So when I say walk away, I don't mean forever. I mean until there's proof of transformation. It doesn't have to be permanent. You can love someone and still leave them. Let's normalize that. You can forgive them without returning, but you can't heal where you're still being hurt. Okay, so to my brothers, let me talk to you. You two, you can call police, by the way, but I want you to understand this. A real man doesn't use power to dominate, he uses it to protect. If you raise your hand against the person you claim to love, you've lost control of yourself, not her. Okay, you probably never had it anyway, but strength is not by force, it's in your discipline. And to my sisters, Prestige family, don't let guilt or fear disguise itself as loyalty. You don't owe anyone your peace. Walking away is not failure, it's wisdom. It's wisdom, it's courage. I know it takes courage. It's easier said than done, but marriage without peace, what is love without safety? What is that exactly? Right? That sounds like more like a prison yard, right? So ask yourself, are you staying because it's love or because you're afraid of starting over? So I'm going to ask you, why do people stay in these toxic relationships? Why do people choose to stay in these toxic relationships? Honestly, it's a question that I really want to know, because I know it's easier said than done, but why is it so much easier to stay in a funky, toxic situation than walking away? What is it that makes it so hard? It's a quick question that I have for you, real quickly. I'm looking at some of the comments. Somebody said raise better sons, not promoting mother-in-law, setting exams for the daughter-in-law. We've seen some of those conversations too, right? Uh, Please, let's raise better sons. If the father of the son you are raising now is not an example, take that child away from him. Let's raise better sons. That's going to trigger a lot of people. That's going to trigger a lot of people. Hold on one second. So I said, being accountable means taking responsibility for your own actions, decisions, and the consequences. You own up to your mistakes. Now, here's the thing again, some people actually stay in funky relationships. I understand it's easier said than done, but some people actually stay. Some people actually sit down there and cry and cry and cry and cry and eventually still stay. And some of them stay for the rest of their lives. Accountability is simply being transparent. That's what this person is saying. A lot of Nigerian women avoid accountability during the early years. They will never insult or disrespect their numerous boyfriends, but when a man marries them, take them to his mansion. This is another angle, right? Husbands are collecting left and right. What happened? What happened? Oh Lord. So what happens? You don't show the boyfriend the same shiggy that you show husbands. But anyway, what we're talking about here is domestic violence. It's a no, 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 no. That's the bottom line. There's no if and but about it. There's no going back and forth about it. I think this has been coming up quite lately. And honestly, I don't think we've highlighted enough that a lot of people not only think it's normal because that's what they've seen growing up, they've actually normalized it. So I'm glad that people like Ngozi was speaking out about it. I agree with that 100%. Marriage is not a do or die. There is no more marriage if there's no life, right? I mean, that's simple logic. Once there's no more life, there's no more marriage, right? So let me know what your thoughts about that. Why is it that people stay in these funky relationships? That's the question that I have right now. Anyway, I'll be right back. Let's move on to some other trendy stories around the world. I'll be right back.
This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag, yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.